Hello everyone, my name is Amarjit Kumar. I am from cohort 1, student of BSc Data Science and AI, and I am doing my term project on the title Audio Identifier, where my problem statement is to build a tool which identify a music and separate their audio stems. That is my personal interest on the project, because as a video editor I oftentimes faced a problem to identify original artist of a music or of a audio from a singular or from a small clip. So I thought, why not to build a tool which could help me or which could help others to identify the artist audio, or to separate their audio into other stems like vocals, instrument, bass, or other things that are inside the music or inside the audio, which easily can't be heard or which easily can't be identified by our ears. I build a tool where you can give your input audio. It will pre-process your audio, normalize your audio in a one format which could understand or which could identified by machine, and then it will separate their video into the 4 stems, and at the same time it will identify the artist of your video. That is kind of mechanism I used. Let me just give you a quick loop. Here is the interface where you will give the input. It will load your audio, pre-process it. Then is the two system. One is the audio identification system and other is a music source separation. Audio identification system will give you the title and artist name, and the music separation will give you the separated audio stems. Now to the market and pricing. Why I thought to build a tool? Because in the current market there are many AI tools which could do the same thing, separate the audio or to identify the music from a single clip. If you will upload, I think audio.remove.ai, there is a one website where you can download or where you can get the same thing done by the website. There are many tools which are readily available in the market, but most of them are paid. You have to pay for this particular thing to be done by the application. Like we have a Shazam, we have the SoundHound. These two are the free available, but these two are only for song recognition. You want this song recognition and separate your audio to the other stems also, vocals, instruments, bass, drums. Then you have to use the lalal.ai, Moises, splitter.ai, repix.do pro, and for that you have to pay. As a student of BSc Data Science and UI, why you have to pay if you can build something on your own? So just let me give you the another thing why it matters. Because facilitates rapid music metadata retrieval. In the system you will get all the metadata, tracks name, artist name, everything. Supports music source separation. It will separate your music into other stems, like as I said, vocals, background music, bass, drums, etc. Contributes to music information retrieval workflows, definitely. And then integrates multiple audio processing tasks in a one system. In a one system you will identify the music, and at the same time you are able to identify your audio into other systems. Now let me give you exactly how it looks in my code. This is my SRC layout, where in the SRC I have an identifier folder, and in the identifier the main is, here is the my main.py, where I have used 3. First is the ingestion, recognition, and then separator, which I call through the main file. This is my ingestion, which uses a sub process and imported path lib. It basically takes your input file and transfer to the web format. It uses the FFmpeg background to convert any format of your audio, video, MP3, web to the machine understandable format, that is a web in this case. And then there is a recognition system. This is the code where I am using the Shazam, a reverse engineered API of the Shazam app, which is based on the Python as a Python library or package, where you can easily import in your code and you can utilize to identify your music. At the end you will get the title name, artist, album, years, and Shazam ID also, if that particular song is published in the Shazam app. Then we have the separator.py, biggest element of this my code, because here I am using the Demarcus tool to separate my audio into the other stems. The stems are, as I said, yes, vocals, drums, bass, and other. Basically in the background it is also using a kind of AI, but it is something that you can import in your system in your locally, and you can run in your system and get the desired output. And at last, if you will go and if you run the compile, how exactly it will look like. So just let me give you the output. This is my particular tool hosted on this Streamlit application, where you need to browse your file. Here you can browse your file. Let me take one file here. Let's take the blue and click on the identify and separate. It will take some time to process it, because you can understand it is running locally, and you can see my task manager, the CPU spike, how much CPU it is taking. It will take some time. Meanwhile, I will just fast forward this video and just show you the output. So currently it's now 140. Now you can understand how much time it will take. It's now 153. My tool identify the audio, and you can hear. Okay, so this is the song Blue, and the album is Stay with the Ocean. And you can see the exactly identify the song identification. The artist is Young Kai, the album is this, and the published year is 2025. And these are the separated verbs, separated stems, vocals. I know you're all that I want this one. And this is the drum. The bass is this. It's not might be easily audible. And these are the other instruments that are used. And this will not include your vocals, since there are most of the instruments are not listed in this. So piano, harmonium, all these will not be separated, so only these categories are there. So now let's back to our slide. Yes, in the background, how exactly the workflows and modules flow to accomplish the task. So first you need to upload your video, and then the uploaded video will get converted with the file name of ingestion.py. In the same, recognize your file, then you separate the file in the 4 stems, and then exactly display in the Streamlit application. Yes, technologies and results. What are the technologies I use to accomplish this task in the background? My tool is particularly based on the Python programming language, incorporating with Shazamio for music recognition, Demarcus for source separation, PyDub and sound file for audio processing, and FFmpeg for format conversion. And then ensured compatibility with multiple audio formats. Every formats MP3, WAV, FLAC, OGG and MP4, MPA, M4A is supported in the particular tool. Generated structure recognition metadata. You can see the metadata. Every metadata is there. Artist name, album information, release year is also there. Produce separated audio stem. At the last, you will get the 4 stem as a vocal, background, drum, bass, and others. This is the first test that I did on the checks. That is written by Suv. The album is still rolling. That was my first audio that I took and correctly get the output. Now the challenges at conclusion. So the first challenge is I faced during this project is encountered dependency conflict on the Windows platform, because on the Windows platform there are multiple tools, multiple packages are there. There is incompatibility with their versions, package versions. So oftentimes I faced that problem where one package is not incorporating with the other packages version. So I have to multiple times I have to change the version and then do the same process, reinstall, install. So that was the first very tedious job for me to get every package in the same pane to act similarly. Then observed increased runtime and memory. As you have also seen that memory, it takes a lot of memory. CPU, your CPU got 100% many times. Many of the time I faced CPU crash issue where my output isn't able to place because the CPU is because the code is taking too much CPU. So that was the problem in the program. So later in the later part it will be optimized for sure. Successfully developed a system capable for both identification and source separation. That is the first thing I'm able to achieve it. That is the one milestone where I'm able to identify the music, at the same time I'm able to separate the stems with the help of DMaker's tool. Design the application in a modular manner. As you have seen, I try to follow the manner to easily understandable for everyone. Then identified future enhancement opportunities. Currently my model correctly able to identify the music, but the stems aren't be identified. So in my later views I have to identify the stems also, what are the instruments used in the audio, what are the background musics. As a video editor you also need to know what are the background musics used in the audio, what are the instruments they are using, what are the basses are, when the risers actually goes up, when the downs are there. So that is something for my future, and for sure I will cover it up those in the term 2 project. Thanks all, that's all from my end. Thanks for listening me, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.